Selling our watches, that's always been a challenge. When you're a small brand, it's selling it is a trick, you know. We're a small independent brand. We are not a company with a marketing department and big budgets and things like. It's always been about the watchmaking. So I'm not a trained businessman. I'm a watchmaker. So for me, you know, that was finding that way, and really it was all about the watches, and then try to find a way to sell them. Certainly not a business plan, but it's over the years it has worked because we stuck to quality. This has never been about finding a way to make money. This has been about Roland Murphy being able to make a living at doing what he loves. So what we have done over the years is the internet has helped us to kind of get more exposure, because people can now see what we do all around the world, because from our website or social media, things like that we've learned over the years. It took us a while to get there, to get the exposure, and of course then people, when not a lot of people do what you do, then people find you. And then whether it be media exposure or collectors, people find you when not a lot of people do what you do. And not a lot of people, or virtually no one, is making mechanical watch movements in series here in America. We're the only one. So when somebody says, hey, I want to do something about watchmaking, a lot of times they will find us here. So, and watch collectors find us too, because we've always stayed true to our core belief of quality. Over time, people find you. A gentleman called me just the other day on the phone and said, hey, I've been following you for like 12 or 15 years, never bought a watch from you. We'll end up buying two watches on the phone, just like that. Wow. Because we've been around. We have a history of what we've been doing. And people gain confidence on that, and that's not something that happens overnight. It takes time, and it has taken time for us to get where we are, because we've never tried to come in, boom, big, huge. We've just slowly grown what we do. I told someone years ago, I said, I remember going to the Basel Fair one year, and I walked in, and there's this giant booth of a brand that I had just heard of 6 months earlier. I'm like, wow, how do these people, where did all this money come from? It's like, boom, I've been around for 10 years and, I couldn't have a booth like that if I wanted to, And of course, a few years later, they were gone, because that was more about investment and making money. That wasn't about an individual wanting to further his love for watches and things. So there's a big distinction there between business and real watchmakers. Like some of the independent people that I know in Europe, and the friends that I have, they have that feeling that I do, that they want to. It's about the watchmaking, and then if you stick to that, then other things will come to you. But you're not going to get rich. I can tell you that, you're not going to get rich.